when the devil comes at you, maybe it's because you're trying to do something right. And for whatever reason, the devil got a hold of you.
So what a responsibility you all have to tell the truth, not just to be.
You might believe that snagging an Academy Award is every actor's wildest Hollywood dream. But guess what? It's not all glitz and glamour. Legendary actor Denzel Washington recently dropped some wisdom, saying that the path black actors have to navigate to win an Oscar is like walking on a tightrope over a pit of crocodiles. Not worth the risk. Even though Denzel has been nominated multiple times, he's only won the coveted golden statuette twice in his career. Now, as a bonafide movie legend, he's shedding light on how things have changed. Getting the nod from Oscars committee isn't the dream come true it once was. It's more like a double-edged sword these days.
Don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed.
Now, before we delve into the full details, let's first acknowledge the main topic for today, Denzel Washington. He's won 2 of the biggest awards for actors, the Academy Award for Best Actor. The first one he got in 1989 for his role as Private Trip in Glory, and the second was in 2001 for his fantastic performance as Detective Alonzo Harris in Training Day. He's also won several Golden Globe Awards for his outstanding acting in movies like Malcolm X, The Hurricane, and Fences. Not just that, he's received awards from the Screen Actors Guild for his roles in Training Day, Fences, and The Flight. But Denzel isn't just a movie star. He's also done amazing work on Broadway and even got a Tony Award for his acting in the play Fences in 2010. All these awards and his incredible talent have made him one of the most respected actors in Hollywood. But now, the actor firmly believes that the Oscars lost their true meaning a long time ago. Instead of bringing more opportunities, better roles, and fatter paychecks to black actors, Denzel Washington is convinced that Hollywood award shows have turned into a never-ending parade of puppets controlled by the elite. To even stand a chance at winning the prize, black actors are expected to compromise their principles and sacrifice their artistic souls. Failing to do so might lead them to be discarded by the powerful figures of Tinseltown. Denzel is sounding a warning to fellow artists about the potential traps of fame. To drive this point home, Denzel pointed to some artists who felt the impact of this phenomenon. It's almost like we're discussing a real curse surrounding the Academy Awards, especially for black artists. Take the story of Jamie Foxx, for instance. There's been a long-standing speculation that Jamie made some kind of pact with industry elites in exchange for his skyrocketing success. Jamie Foxx, who's approaching 56 years old this year, is undeniably one of the most recognizable talents in Hollywood. The pinnacle of his acting journey that eventually led him to stand on that coveted Academy Award stage came in the form of his 2004 biographical drama, Ray. His performance in the film was so extraordinary that the Academy couldn't resist choosing him for the most sought-after award in the acting world. This achievement left even other titans like Leonardo DiCaprio, Clint Eastwood, and Johnny Depp nervously chewing their nails in envy. According to Denzel Washington's beliefs, it seems that the actor Jamie Foxx received assistance from influential figures in the industry in exchange for certain favors. You might be familiar with some of Jamie's industry acquaintances, and it's worth noting that many of them have shady and controversial reputations. But the real turning point in Jamie's journey to success started with an unexpected call from none other than Oprah Winfrey.
I get a call from somebody. Hi, Jamie Foxx. This is Oprah.
Jamie himself vividly remembers the surprise of hearing the voice of the TV icon when he picked up the phone. Oprah came bearing a highly tempting offer that could shape his future. In Jamie's own words, Oprah said to him, "You're blowing it, Jamie Foxx. All this gallivanting and such, it's not the path you want to take." She expressed a desire to show him the true significance of his actions. In the end, Winfrey whisked the actor and singer away to the home of a well-known Hollywood producer, Quincy Jones. And from that point onward, Jamie's star truly began to rise. However, as you may already know, Jamie Foxx eventually realized the dark web he had unwittingly entered. He attempted to shed light on some of the industry elites and their activities, but it seems he faced severe consequences for doing so. Jamie's experience is not the only instance in Hollywood history where influential figures have been harsh on their favored talents. As Denzel Washington points out, these shadowy figures seem to care very little about human lives and are willing to destroy anyone who doesn't fall in line with their agenda. Remember Cuba Gooding Jr.? He scored an Academy Award in 1997 for his portrayal of the outspoken football player in Jerry Maguire. However, his career took a nosedive shortly after winning the prestigious award. It appears that Cuba believes the industry played a role in hindering his further success in Hollywood. Winning that award opened his eyes to the unpleasant reality of the community he had unwittingly become a part of.
In Hollywood, a lot of very famous stars, they get a lot of false allegations. So I'm not presuming any of these to be true or otherwise.
Right.
It's a stark example of what can happen when someone dares to go up against the powerful. In the case of Cuba Gooding Jr., over 30 women stepped forward to accuse him of inappropriate behavior and unwelcome physical contact. These accusations ranged from unwanted kissing to forceful touching, with some victims alleging that the actor touched their private areas without their consent. Later, it was revealed by the actor himself that something about the whole situation didn't sit right with him. As a result, it seemed like Cuba became another victim of the elite forces at play. These accusations eventually led to his arrest. After being apprehended, Cuba maintained that the allegations against him were fabricated, asserting that the truth was on his side and expressing trust in the legal system. However, he eventually admitted to some wrongdoing, though he insisted that his actions were merely a result of being overly friendly and that the women had misunderstood his intentions. But the actor doesn't stop there. It seems like more celebrities have felt the sting of what some call the Oscars curse. One of the brightest examples is the legendary Mo'Nique, who faced a tough time in the industry after winning her Oscar. According to Mo'Nique, some powerful folks began to put pressure on her, and she felt like she had no choice but to stand her ground. She said no to some really big names like Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Lionsgate. After refusing to go along with what Hollywood expected of her, Mo'Nique found herself in a tricky situation. For years, studios and directors didn't want to hire her because they thought she was being too stubborn and hard to work with.
We got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now, I said no to some very powerful people.
All those stories I just shared are just the tip of the iceberg, and it gets even more troubling when you hear about the tragic fate of another Academy Award winner and one of the greatest singers ever, Whitney Houston. Whitney was only 48 years old when she passed away in a Beverly Hills hotel in February 2012, the day before the Grammy Awards. Her sudden death sent shockwaves through the music world and beyond. It was said she accidentally drowned in her hotel room, with contributing factors like heart disease and the use of prohibited substances. But many insiders who were close to the late singer believe there's more to this story, especially because Whitney had spoken about the impossible demands of the industry. Houston's death was officially ruled as an accidental drowning, but some say the immense pressure from the industry pushed her to extreme measures. One person even said there was something very troubled about her because she never seemed comfortable in her own skin. Fame, and even winning an Academy Award for her incredible performances, came at a huge cost for Whitney. Now, as Denzel Washington is pointing out, the challenges and demands on black actors have grown even bigger than before. So it might be wise to steer clear of working with the industry elites, no matter how tempting their promises may sound. Many fans are expressing concerns that playing the games in the entertainment industry doesn't just harm a person's career and reputation, but can also have serious effects on their life and health. It's been evident for decades that there's something shady and sinister happening behind the scenes. It's pretty clear that not all actors who win these prestigious awards, be it the Emmys, Grammys, or Oscars, necessarily reach great heights, especially if they don't follow the rules set by the industry elites. Denzel Washington's experiences lend some credibility to these claims, and some fans genuinely believe him. One fan even wrote, "Denzel has always spoken the truth and stayed true to his beliefs. The messed up thing is that this has been happening for so long that the people in control don't seem to care anymore because they believe nothing will change or happen to them. It's only getting worse." Another user wrote, "Denzel has utmost respect and love. He is unapologetically black with integrity, class, and super talented. He has high standards that transcend the lure of fame at any cost. But what do you think about this? Do you agree with Denzel? Share your thoughts below. While we're waiting for more information, don't forget to watch the next video, where we'll tell you even more surprising stuff about Hollywood.